Attempt number 79. Breathe the seawater. Playing the same game on repeat from early adolescence. This time, with a rotting substance that had ruined most of my childhood. I drank, and I remember having a blissful time. But I kept pushing harder, drinking more, thinking that I could somehow have even more fun. Slurring my words, losing more and more mechanical dexterity. Even the strangers online felt that something was deeply wrong. They told me it was fun, but that I clearly needed some help. Of course, they were right, and I knew this, yet I didn't care. So I pushed even further. I don't remember how the night ended. All I know is that I awoke with an awful headache, and the room wouldn't stop spinning. This is the second time I've done this, and this time, nobody was there to care for me and ensure I made it out okay. I was completely alone. With a pounding head, with a renewed self-loathing, and hatred for myself and the world I was given, I set off to end it all. A cold plunge off of Deception Pass. It was a long drive, and the entire time, sound effects and music all sounded different. Like everything was pitched down an octave or playing through water. There was no fear. I simply knew that it was my time. However, a small part of me, the brightness in my soul, the faith still burning in me, was telling me that I wouldn't do it the whole ride. But I drove on, with the intent to breathe seawater. When I arrived, there were many tourists around, making it difficult to find parking. That bright voice in the back of my mind telling me that, hey, if I can't find a spot to park, let's just turn back and forget I ever did this. But as if to guide me forward, a car had just left and made room for me, just as I had arrived. I felt both very lucky and horribly unfortunate. I walked out slowly onto the bridge stretching across the formations, breathing in the misty air, soaking in the beautiful sunlight, and really listening to the sounds of families, children, soulmates, all clamoring about their days, living in their beautiful lives, without the knowledge that something horrible was about to happen. I came to the middle of the bridge and looked to the horizon on the other side. The beautiful sun high in the sky with little clouds. Then, turning back to look down over the bridge, to watch the rippling tides below, majestic and beautiful in its ebbs and flows, yet cold and vicious, without mercy or care. The time had come. I stood there, white-knuckling the railing, putting my upper body over the edge, to see all there is of the teal blue sea. More beautiful waves, crashing over stones, twigs floating along from trees along the shoreline, the sun glistening off the ranges that formed from the waves. I stood there for a while, frozen, for fear that if I somehow survived, I would likely be sacrificing the freedoms of a healthy body that I was blessed with, and to live a life of accommodation. I won't need to worry about that, the pessimistic part of me assured me, as I leaned in further. I still wonder how many people, if anyone at all, were watching and understanding the inner turmoils Nobody seemed to care. Nobody walked past on the side that I stood on. I reached my hand down and I took out a locket, a pair of gold frogs on a golden leaf. I opened it up to look at the picture of my past life, my past love that I had forsaken. It was doomed from the very beginning, a life of true love, yet false life, a game of pretend for a person I truly admired, that gave me the light to live, but a person who I felt that would not accept who I truly wanted to become, and denounced ideas that were buzzing in my head about a future life I truly wanted from the earliest moments of my memory, yet supported me in every regard whenever I brought up mundane affairs. I was addicted to them. The loneliness of the lockdown had come to bring us together, and we formed a bond so tightly without forming ourselves first. I didn't care for myself as much as I cared for them. I was self-destructive and always hungry for a taste of them. As tears wetted the pictures on the inside of the locket, the brighter part of my soul started to grow. It became clearer and clearer what I truly intended to do here. So I closed the locket, looked it over in all of its majesty one more time, and let go. I watched it fall, glistening in the summer sun, just as we had in years prior, saying farewell to who I was and who we were, until I saw the small ripple it made, the tiny, insignificant drip in a whirlpool of waves. It was over. So I pressed onward, this time with a renewed sense of self and a better understanding of who I am, what I could do, where I must be, and why I must go on. Thank you.